Ladies and gentlemen, and my often forgotten, but certainly not by me, gearhead bow shooters. Today, we are starting off Build Your Own Bow with the basic building blocks of archery. We're going to be going over how to find your draw weight and draw length. Those are both very important aspects of starting off shooting your bow. Draw length is going to be very important because it's going to determine where you cut your arrows, it's going to determine your anchor point, and it's going to determine your overall form when shooting a bow. Really important that you get that right. You don't want to have a really collapsed arm. You don't want to have a super hyper extended arm. Too long of a draw length can typically cause to a really hiked up shoulder, which can cause aiming problems. Draw length is just something that you don't really want to mess up. And of course, draw weight is going to be a similar story. That's going to be a little bit more situational. It's going to be up to the shooter themselves to kind of interpret where they need their draw weight at. A much larger, stronger person is typically going to start off or be able to start off with a little bit heavier draw weight than a smaller person who might not be as strong. That's not to say that ego doesn't take over quite a few guys that I see, even who are seasoned shooters who are shooting honestly a heavier draw weight than they need to. They have a little bit too much dip on their chip. Draw weight when you're starting off, I believe, should be kept to a lighter side of things. That way you're going to be able to focus on form above draw weight and above just getting that bow pulled back to start off with. If you have that easy draw experience with a lighter draw weight, you're going to be able to instill a lot better fundamentals and a lot better building blocks when you're getting started off in archery. Pretty simple. We're going to go into it today. The main tools that you're going to use to adjust your draw weight and draw length is really just going to be a set of Allen wrenches. If you get a Archer's Allen wrench set or just a set from Home Depot, you'll have any size that you'll need and it'll cover you. I will say there are some bow companies that use hex wrenches, so just double check before you start working on your cams to adjust that draw length. Otherwise, you don't want to be stripping out those hex bolts with the Allen keys. It's no fun. Your bow tech is going to thank me and you'll thank me for saving some time and hassle. So let's get right into it.
Alrighty, so first things first, to adjust your weight, you're going to come up to your limb bolts. Now, before turning them, I like to make a mark with a metallic Sharpie so you have a reference on how far you turn them each time. Once you have that done, you're going to make sure you have the right size Allen wrench. You can see this one here is too small, so that dog just ain't gonna hunt. Once you have the right size though, it's as simple as righty-tighty, lefty-loosey. I'm going to turn the bolt to the left to lower my draw weight. And if you're a man, you're going to turn it to the right on back up to 70 pounds. That was a joke, by the way. A good way to check if your draw weight is too much is by seeing if you can draw your bow well. As you can see here, this bow is giving me the business, so I might want to lower the draw weight so it looks more like this. Just make sure you can draw it smooth and you don't raise your front shoulder too much. That can lead to a whole lot of pesky injuries down the line. That's just not good. Now on to draw length. A simple trick to get close to your draw length is by raising your arms to your side and measuring from the tips of both middle fingers. Once you have that number, you're going to divide it by 2.5, and math is hard, so I'm going to show that on screen now. And yes, I have a short draw length, I know. To adjust your draw length, most bows will have adjustable mods like this one. You can loosen them by these screws that hold them in, and most of them will have markers that tell you the length you're setting your bow to. It really is as simple as finding what setting matches your draw length and moving the mods to it. Just make sure you do it on both sides so the mods match up. And if you're confused at all, just go ahead and reference your bow's user manual and make sure that you are adjusting it to the right draw length. That's really about it. That's the short and sweet. So while I finish up on this mod, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss out. And finally, have a great day.